Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the City of Oxnard Planning Commission for Thursday, July 17, 2025. The meeting will come to order at 6 p.m. The public may view the meeting from home on the city's website, Spectrum Channel 10, Frontier Channel 35, or on the city's YouTube website. To participate in the meeting, the public may provide comments to the Planning Commission via email at planning@oxnard.org no later than 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting, or through the city's website at oxnard.org/city-meetings, or call the Planning Division office. Additionally, those wishing to speak can dial the phone number listed at the bottom of the screen, follow the instructions to access the meeting, and press *9 to raise your hand indicating your intention to speak on the agenda item being discussed. Madam Secretary, can we please have the roll call?
Chair Arejo.
Present.
Commissioner Nash.
Present.
Commissioner Schulke.
Present.
Commissioner Barcena.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We will now move on to the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll lead us at this time. Thank you. Please stand, put your right hand over your heart, and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we begin, I'll ask our newest Commissioner Barcena to introduce himself as he's like, and just as a reminder to press the speaker on when you want to begin to speak and turn it off when you're done. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Henry Barcena. I was just newly appointed as of the 15th, 2 days ago, so I'm just trying to get up to speed, but I did want to say thank you for everyone that's here and the opportunity to serve the City of Oxnard on the City Planning Commission. I was born and raised literally here in Oxnard on the Naval Base. I was raised in South Oxnard, went schooling Sunkist Elementary, Hathaway, Blackstock, Chan Islands, some Oxnard College, but I went away to San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, to study engineering, mechanical engineering. I actually went to school with Chair Arejo's brother as well. So just want to say thankful that I'm here and able to serve the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Barcena. We'll proceed with our meeting. The next agenda item is C, public comments on items not on the agenda. At this time, a person may address the Planning Commission on matters within the jurisdiction of the Planning Commission, including information consent items and any time not appearing on the agenda. The Planning Commission cannot take action on any item presented during public comments that is not on the agenda, and such item may only be referred to the Commission Secretary. Persons wishing to speak on public hearing items should do so at the time of the public hearing. Madam Secretary, are there any public comments for items not on the agenda?
No, Chair.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to D, consent agenda, and with none listed, we'll move on to E, ex parte declarations for public hearing items. Please state any ex parte declarations, if any. I'll move across the dais. Commissioner Nash.
None, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Schulke.
None, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Barcena.
None.
Thank you, and none for myself. Moving on to public hearing agenda item F1, Esplanade T-Mobile Wireless Facility. City staff Rogelio Solis, City Planner, Planning and Zoning Permit 24-530-06, Special Use Permit Wireless. Property located at 600 East Esplanade Drive. A request to construct a stealth wireless communication facility with associated rooftop equipment on an existing hotel within a 450 square foot lease area that will be completely concealed by architecturally integrating a new 8-foot high fiberglass reinforced screen walls into the existing building rooftop. The application includes a request for a height 35 feet above the existing 35-foot height limit within the general commercial zone. The project is exempt from CEQA pursuant to sections 15 through 03, class 3 new construction or conversion of small structures of the CEQA guidelines filed by designated agents, Sidney McLaughlin SmartLink Group, on behalf of T-Mobile West, on behalf of the property owner, JS Hospitality Group of Newport Beach. Per Measure M, a staff presentation has been pre-recorded and the link has been posted to YouTube. Per previously approved standing rules, staff can provide a brief summary of the pre-recorded presentation in addition to other analysis at this time. Does staff wish to give some introductory remarks?
Yes. Good evening, Chair and fellow planning commissioners. To add context to the project request, the existing hotel complex consists of 3 interconnected 2-story structures and a 6-story building. The stealth wireless facility is proposed to be located on the rooftop of the 6-story building that currently has a height of 62 feet. The addition of the 8-foot-high fiberglass reinforced polymer screen walls meant to conceal the wireless facility will increase the building's height to 70 feet and thus result in the project being 35 feet above the existing 35-foot height limit within the general commercial zone. Additionally, on March 5th, 2025, the most recent minor modification permit, PZ number 25-143-07, approved a paint change to the building's existing facade and its signage as the previous tenant, Courtyard by Marriott, will be replaced by the Holiday Inn Hotel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Solis. If the applicant is present at this time, they can present. Madam Secretary, do you see anyone in the audience or on Zoom?
I believe Sydney is on Zoom.
Oh, thank you. Sydney, Ms. Sydney, if you can unmute yourself, and if you have a presentation or any comments, you have 15 minutes.
No presentations today. And the only, I guess, comment that I would like to add would be that this is a replacement site for a site that was decommed over a year ago. And T-Mobile, it's a high priority for T-Mobile because there's very low coverage in the area. So this site is definitely needed to help with the capacity and the coverage in the area.
Thank you, Ms. McLaughlin. At this time, members may ask questions of either the applicant or staff. Looking to the commission. Seeing none, we'll proceed with public comment. Madam Secretary, is there any public comment?
No, Chair.
Thank you very much. The public hearing is now closed and we'll now move on to deliberation. Commission. Commissioner Nash.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to raise a few points, or reiterate a few points that were brought out in the staff report. First, the project is proposed to be located within the rooftop of an existing hotel. The applicant claimed in their site selection analysis that there were no nearby towers to co-locate on. The Planning Commission can approve a height increase with the approval of a special use permit. And on May 9th, 2025, the applicant mailed 1,221 notices of the community workshop meeting to all property owners within the Rio Lindo neighborhood. So I think all of the requirements have been met, and I'm more than happy to support this. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Nash. I also agree with that myself. Really, the only things I look at is the safety and if it's going to be a benefit to the city. And I do agree that there aren't any negative effects, especially if there's no one living close by. It's being hidden, and there does seem to be a need in regards to the signal coverage that it should be there. Any others for the commission at this time? And if not, it is in order to have a motion.
Chair, I will move the recommended action.
It has been moved by Commissioner Nash to find the project exempt from environmental review pursuant to CEQA Guidelines Section 15303, Class 3, and adopt Resolution 2025-XX approving planning and zoning permit number 24-530-06, special use permit wireless, subject to certain findings and conditions. Is there a second?
I'll second it, Chair.
Seconded by Commissioner Schulke. Any deliberation from the commission on the motion before us? Seeing and hearing none, Madam Secretary, can we have the roll call, please?
Commissioner Nash.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulke.
Aye.
Commissioner Barcena.
Aye.
Chair Arejo.
Aye.
This motion passes.
Thank you very much. Moving on to agenda item F2, T-Mobile Monopine, City Staff Michael Lackman, Associate Planner. Planning and zoning permit number 23-530-05, special use permit wireless property located at 606 North Ventura Road. A request to construct a 55-foot tall wireless communications facility designed as a full pine tree with an associated equipment enclosure on a 31,798 square foot site. The project is exempt from environmental review pursuant to section 15303, class 3, new construction of CEQA guidelines filed by designated agent Jerry Ambrose, Yukon Group of Santa Barbara, on behalf of T-Mobile, on behalf of the property owner BGN Investments. Per Measure M, a staff presentation has been pre-recorded and the link has been posted to YouTube. Per previously approved standing rules, staff can provide a brief summary of the pre-recorded presentation in addition to other analysis at this time. Does staff wish to give some introductory remarks?
Yes, I do. I have one correction to make, actually. In the resolution, condition number 20 under landscape special conditions states, quote, developer shall install 6 trees in the landscape planners per the proposal in the approved plans, end quote. This condition is inaccurate and is not needed for this project due to the site having adequate landscaping. Therefore, we are proposing to remove this condition from the resolution.
Right. Thank you. Mr. Lackman, can you, what was the condition number again and page number, please?
Yes, of course. So in the resolution, it's condition number 20 under landscape special conditions on page 7 out of 14.
Correct. And just to confirm that it is not needed and basically should be deleted from the landscape special conditions.
Yes, that is correct.
Thank you very much. See, we'll have the applicant present at this time if there's any. Okay, thank you. I see someone in the audience. If you could introduce yourself, and you have 15 minutes to make a presentation or comments. Thank you.
Good evening, Chairman, Commissioners. My name is Jerry Ambrose. I'm here on behalf of APC Towers. I actually don't have anything to add to staff's presentation. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose. Appreciate that. At this time, members may ask questions of either the applicant or staff. I'll have one easy question for the applicant. I just wanted to see your decision process in regards to picking particular skins or particular faux plants. In regards to that, do you work with the staff or do you have something set up? Or just what's your process in regards to that?
Are you referring to the specific design of the tower?
Correct.
Yeah, we had worked with the previous staff, Serena, on that particular type of tree.
Okay.
We had proposed a different kind of tree. Originally, it was a palm. And so we work with them to change the design to what it is now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that information. Is there any other questions from the commission of the applicant or staff? Commissioner Nash?
Thank you, Chair. Just one, yeah, thank you. And just to clarify some of the wording, from the staff report, the reason for non-co-location is as follows. There is an approximate 55-foot high Verizon monopine tower about 600 feet north of the proposed APC tower's location. But then we have in condition number 45, applicants shall not object to future co-location of other wireless facility company communication equipment and support technology on the subject site and faux pine. So you're not asking for co-location, but you are willing to entertain the thought of another company.
Right. So in this particular case, T-Mobile is contracted with APC Towers, and that's who I represent. APC Towers, their business is to invite and market co-location for future co-locations. So definitely for future.
Okay, great, thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you, Commissioner Nash. Any others from the commission? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, is there any public comment for this agenda item?
No, Chair.
Thank you. Any closing remarks from staff? Mr. Lackman? Okay. Nope.
I have no closing remarks. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. The public hearing is now closed. We'll move on to deliberation. Commission. Commissioner Nash.
Thank you, Chair. Again, to reiterate some of the conditions from the staff report, the request includes the allowance for an increase in height from 35 to 55 feet. The Planning Commission can approve of a height increase with the approval of a special use permit. I've already recited the issue on the co-location. The community workshop was held on June 17, 2024 for this project. No comments were received from the project. As I stated, condition 45 does allow co-location, and so I'm more than happy to support this project with the deletion of condition number 20, I believe it was. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Nash. Any others in the commission? Just in regards to my own question, I like how that the applicant was working with staff. I know there's a variety of options, and so that's good to hear. And I concur in regards to the co-location. It doesn't seem that it was a condition, but that you were already open to it. So that bodes well for the city of Oxnard. Any others from the commission at this time? And if there's none, a motion is in order. Commissioner Schuelke.
Chair, I move we adopt the recommendation.
Thank you. It has been moved by Commissioner Schuelke to find the project exempt from environmental review pursuant to CEQA guidelines, section 15303, class 3 new construction, and adopt resolution 2025-XX approving planning and zoning permit number 23-530-05, special use permit wireless subject to certain findings and conditions. And before I ask for a second, no objection to adding the deletion of 20 in the resolution?
None, thank you.
Thank you. Is there any second?
Second from Commissioner Nash.
Seconded. Is there any deliberation on the motion before us? Seeing and hearing none, Madam Secretary, can we have the roll call, please?
Commissioner Schuelke,
Aye.
Commissioner Nash,
Aye.
Commissioner Barcena,
Aye.
Chair Arejo.
Aye.
This motion passes.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to agenda item F3, wastewater facility building addition. City staff Joe Pearson, Planning and Environmental Services Manager. Planning and zoning permit number 24-400-01, coastal development permit, property located at 5751 to 6001 Perkins Road. A request to add a 14,510 square foot addition to the existing maintenance building at the Oxnard wastewater treatment plant. Site work includes repaving the existing parking lot and maintenance yard and replacement of existing high water usage turf with native plants, low water use landscape and irrigation at the perimeter of existing parking lot and maintenance yard. The project is exempt from environmental review pursuant to section 15302, class 2 replacement or reconstruction of the CEQA guidelines filed by designated agent Julie Jang, City of Oxnard Public Works, Tara Brown R&T Architects on behalf of the property owner, City of Oxnard. Per Measure M, a staff presentation has been pre-recorded and the link has been posted to YouTube. Per previously approved standing rules, staff can provide a brief summary of the pre-recorded presentation in addition to other analysis at this time. Does staff wish to give some introductory remarks?
Yes, Chair Rejo, just to highlight what the project is. This is essentially to add an addition to existing buildings within the existing wastewater treatment plant. There's no changes to the use. This is essentially just an expansion to allow and accommodate the ongoing changes at that facility. And then a public works staff should be on the call as well to provide additional information.
Thank you very much. At this time, members may ask questions of staff. Commissioner Barcena? Oh, you're a speaker. Thank you. Any others from the commission? Commissioner Nash? No.
Well, I was debating on whether or not I wanted to say anything, but I think it's probably maybe pertinent to acknowledge the fact that I was an employee of the city down at the wastewater treatment plant for 31 years. So when I started off, It was under the maintenance department, and we operated out of a Quonset hut while the current building was being constructed. So I just find it ironic that now that building has aged and exceeded its usefulness almost, although it's still going to remain, and now there'll be a new building. So it's just kind of a interesting little anecdote about getting old. So no question, except thank you.
All right. Thanks, Commissioner Nash. I do have one question. Is there a reason that this was brought up now instead of at an earlier or later time? Was it a money issue? I ask in general because a lot of the measures that are proposed usually add in the wastewater treatment. In my opinion, they're needed, and so I just wanted to know the reason for the timing, if any particular reason why.
So, Chair Reha, I'd likely defer to, looks like we have Jan Hauser, the wastewater division manager, and Julie Zhang are the project manager for this, so they may be able to provide context for that.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Ms. Zhang?
Yeah, this is Jan Hauser. I'm the wastewater division manager. I think I can respond to that. So it's just part of the process. So we have a long-term capital improvement program. Expansion of this building is one of the many projects that we're pursuing. And so there's no specific reason for the timing except for as part of the development process. I don't know if that answers your question, but.
No, it does, Mr. Hauser. It feels like it was needed a while ago, and I just wanted to know about the timing, if it was a process or a permit issue, although I'm sure the city knows the permit process. So thank you very much, Mr. Hauser. That's all for me. Any others from the commission? Oh, Commissioner Nash.
Thank you, Chair. While we have this individual on the phone, I'm interested, did you solicit any advice or suggestions from the maintenance staff? Because I know there's always issues about, the configuration and the size of the locker room and the lunch area, the patio perhaps. So I just like to hear what you have to say about that.
Yeah, absolutely. The maintenance group was heavily involved in the process right from the beginning. We started the process with a alternatives analysis to see if we could either essentially modify the existing building for our needs and bring it up to code as far as seismic concerns and that kind of thing. So as you mentioned before, that building was built in 1978, and the staff is, and you can probably tell me better than myself, but is probably doubled at least, if not more. So that's why we came to the conclusion that adding on in this fashion was the best way to go. And yes, the staff has been involved in the planning and design process right from the beginning.
Great. I'm very glad to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Mr. Hauser. Thank you, Commissioner Nash. If there are no further questions from the commission, we'll move on to public comment. Madam Secretary, is there any public comment for this agenda item?
No, Chair.
Thank you. And are there any closing remarks from staff?
None, thank you.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed. We'll move on to deliberation. Commission. Commissioner Nash.
I am ready to move the recommended action if there's no comments from my fellow commissioners.
Thank you. I'll take that as the maker of the motion to recommend that the project to be categorically exempt from environmental review pursuant to CEQA guidelines section 15302, Class 2 replacement or construction, and adopt a resolution recommending that the City Council approve planning and zoning permit number 24-400-01, coastal development permit subject to certain findings and conditions. Is there a second?
I'll second it, Chair.
Seconded by Commissioner Schuelke. Any deliberation on the motion before us? Seeing and hearing none. Madam Secretary, can we have the roll call, please?
Commissioner Nash,
Aye.
Commissioner Schuelke,
Aye.
Commissioner Barcena,
Aye.
Chair Arejo.
Aye.
This motion passes.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to our last agenda item for section F, Mandalay Generating Station Monitoring Well Decommissioning. City staff, again, Mr. Joe Pearson II, Planning and Environmental Services Manager. Planning and zoning permit number 25-400-01, coastal development permit located at the former SCE Mandalay Generating Station site located at 393 North Harbor Boulevard. A request to authorize the abandonment and decommissioning of 18 monitoring wells at the former SCE Mandalay Generating Station site located within the coastal zone. The project is exempt from environmental review pursuant to section 15302, class 2 replacement or reconstruction of the CEQA guidelines filed by XINLING, last name OUYANG, Southern California Edison, Walnut Grove Avenue, Rosemead, California. Per Measure M, a staff presentation has been pre-recorded and the link has been posted to YouTube. Per previously approved standing rules, staff can provide a brief summary of their pre-recorded presentation. In addition to other analysis at this time, does staff wish to give some introductory remarks?
Yes, Chair Arejo and Commissioners. Just to note for this project, this is just the decommissioning of those existing in-ground wells. There's no other changes happening to the project site, so the other structures and those items are to remain. This is simply just the removal of the wells. Any other changes to the site potentially would come back at a later date.
I'm sorry, Mr. President, can you repeat the last part? What will come back at a later date?
So if there were any other additional changes in terms of decommissioning of the facility, that would potentially come back to the commission at a later date.
Acknowledged, thank you. We'll have the applicant present at this time if they are here or on Zoom.
Hi, I'm Travis Kegel. I'm the agent for SCE, and I don't have a presentation, but I'm here to answer any questions if there are.
Thank you. Was that Mr. Cadle?
Kegel.
Mr. Ale?
Travis Kegel.
Travis Kegum, okay. There, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. At this time, members may ask questions of the applicant or staff. Commission. All right. I have a couple of questions in regards to, I'm looking at agenda packet, page 307 and 308, titled the Southern California Edison Well Decommissioning Former SCE Mandalay Generating Station, Oxnard Local Coastal Program. Both pages 1 and 2. I believe this will be directed to Mr. Kagum. I hope I said that right, but staff can also answer if it's more relevant for them. In regards to the table on page 204, I see that there's 18 wells of many. I couldn't find how many wells there are in total on the site. And in addition to that, are any of them already decommissioned for any reason? And if so, what is covering them? It says there's going to be ice plant, gravel, asphalt, ornamental vegetation on those. I'm asking in regards to safety concerns. Is this something that the public should be aware so that they don't accidentally go through it? It doesn't appear that it's like that, but we always hear stories that there's an abandoned well, and so I'm just asking on safety concerns.
I am not sure which page you're referring to, but for this project, this is directly related to the monitoring wells on site, which there are 18 of, and we are decommissioning all of those. All well casings will be removed, and then it will be backfilled within 3 feet of the surface. with the upper foot or so backfilled with concrete or clean fill. With the surface will be patched with color match concrete or similar surrounding concrete, so there won't be a hole or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. That answers the last part of it. Table 1, summary of monitoring wells to be abandoned at the former SCE Mandalay Generating Station, page 204 of that, I want to say report. There's 18 wells in here. Are there only 18 wells in total? So you're decommissioning all of them? Because it seems the numbering goes up to at least 54. So I was just asking, have the other wells been decommissioned? Or are these all the wells, you're basically plugging up or decommissioning all the wells now?
I don't know the scope of any other wells at Mandalay. It was just the monitoring wells that we are aware of. So I think that would be part of something coming your way at a later date if there are additional wells to be decommissioned.
Okay. I am going to look to staff and to help translate, because I can give you the page. If you could retranslate my question to something that he or you could answer, I'd greatly appreciate it.
So, Chair Reho, I can maybe answer some of it. So, for Travis, it's in reference to the work description that was submitted with the application. The monitoring well IDs, so it appears that there's potentially up to 54 monitoring wells, but it sounds like the monitoring wells that SE is dealing with are only the 18 listed here. Is that correct?
Correct, and I don't know the status of any other monitoring wells there.
And Chair Reho, at this time, we're not aware of exactly the number of other wells out there. But again, any of them would need to come through as they were being decommissioned. We could go back through the history and see if there's been past projects which have decommissioned. There's been other projects out there. I believe it was 2021 when a few projects, or 2 projects particularly, came before the commission regarding decommissioning of a pipeline that was out there, as well as some additional power lines that were also removed from that site. So in regards to the status of the other monitoring wells, there may be additional wells out there, but at this time we don't know the exact number.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. I'll generalize my question now. To your knowledge, has there been any incidences related to the wells, whether they were active or decommissioning on this site? To Mr. Kakem or to Mr. Pearson?
So I can speak, and then Mr. Cagle, if he wants to respond, but we're not aware of any issues. All of these wells are on the property owned by Mandalay, so these are not out on like the beach area where individuals would be walking. This is all going to be within the fenced area, or generally fenced area, of the power plant itself. So we're not aware of any issues with regards to historically the wells out of that location.
Thank you. I think that's sufficient at this time. I was just asking the questions on purely safety-related reasons and seeing if any past is informing anything in regards to the future for the public. So hearing that it's in behind a sided or a fence portion is better than what I could have been thinking. A question to Mr. Kagan, probably. It says that the basins continue to be operated until planned deactivation in 2018. I know we're talking about the wells, but since the basins were deactivated in 2018, is there a reason why these wells are now being decommissioned in 2025?
That's exactly it. The basins are no longer in operation, and therefore the monitoring wells are no longer necessary.
Acknowledged, but why did it take 7 years to decommission? Was there a process that happened?
There is a process. So the decommissioning of the wells has already been approved by the Department of Toxic Substances Control, which was a 2-year-long process to get that going, as well as engineering and other factors.
Okay. Thank you. And can you summarize why the basins aren't needed anymore? Is it just because there's nothing happening with the power station? Is that a good summary of it?
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Those are my questions for the time. Looking to others on the commission for any further questions before we head into public comment. Seeing none, we'll move on to public comment. Madam Secretary, is there any public comment?
No, Chair.
Thank you very much. Are there any closing remarks from staff?
None, thank you.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed and we'll move on to deliberation. Commission. The reason I was asking my questions, I was asking for purely safety reasons. It feels that this was a little bit later than it should, which was the reason for my last question. However, it feels like it's operating or the decommissioning is needed. It looks like it's going to be safe, and I will vote in favor of the recommended action if made at this meeting. At this time, any other comments or a motion is in order? Commissioner Schulke.
Chair, I move we adopt the recommendation.
Thank you. It has been moved by Commissioner Schulke to find the project to be category exempt from environmental review pursuant to CEQA guidelines section 15302, class 2 replacement or reconstruction, and adopt resolution 2025-XX approving planning and zoning permit number 25-400-01 coastal development permit subject to certain findings and conditions. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Commissioner Nash. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any deliberation on motion before us? Seeing and hearing none, Madam Secretary, can we have the roll call, please?
Commissioner Schulke,
Aye.
Commissioner Nash,
Aye.
Commissioner Barcena,
Aye.
Chair Arejo.
Aye.
This motion passes.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll move on to study session reports. There are no study session or reports for this meetings. I have, however, requested at one of our meetings in September to receive I will request at one of our meetings in September to receive an update of various projects of significance that have and or will come before the Planning Commission. Additionally, there have been significant changes with CEQA that are now in effect for the state, and I have also requested that we receive a briefing on how this will affect our consideration of matters that come before us. The CEQA changes are of such utmost importance that also Councilman Perello has also requested that updates be given to both the City Council and the Planning Commission, and I may just ask the City Council to have a special appointment before their meeting, and the staff doesn't have to do it twice. And so I'll wait to ask Planning Commission and City Council for how they want to go through that. Moving on to Section I, Planning Commission business. Is there any business or updates to report from the Planning Commission? Commissioner Barcena? Commissioner Schulke.
Yeah, thank you. If I could just be indulged for a moment. I have a small daughter who has occasionally watched these meetings. I tried to introduce her to Big Bird, but she's stuck on the Planning Commission. And she's occasionally asked why I don't say hi back through the television, and she recently celebrated her birthday, so I just want to say happy birthday, Asha, and hello. So,
thank you for that, Commissioner Schulke.
What is her name?
her name's Asha.
Hello, Asha.
I appreciate it.
Hi, Asha. I hope you can join us soon. And thank you for that, Commissioner Schulke. As I've said, both informally and on the dais, in my opinion, the importance should be family work, if you have any, and then the Planning Commission. All your planning commissioners will support you in whatever priorities you have, and to focus on yourself and your family and what's important and who's important to you. So thank you very much for that, Commissioner Schulke. Any others from the Commission? I have a couple of items to update the Commission. I just want to say I'm so elated to report to the Planning Commission that the Planning Commission stipend ordinance and resolution has been officially approved as of this past Tuesday and will go into effect for any meetings after 30 days from now or from then, which is August 14. I know I already blind copied you all on my email to City Council, but I'll say in my comments now that this process started with the commission with informal discussions back in early 2024 with the goal to get something approved by the end of the year. Unfortunately, personal circumstances delayed the presentation to the Planning Commission into the latter half of the year, and with the appreciation to Mayor Pro Tem Tehran on agendizing this item in August 2024, this ran up to and past the election, which then finally got heard by the Finance and Governance City Council Committee earlier this year in March, and then the second reading was approved by the City Council last month, with a third and final reading earlier this week. And I personally and professionally want to thank the approximately 2/3 of the points of contact for all the cities and counties of Kern, Santa Barbara, and Ventura, and all the cities over a population of 75,000 in Los Angeles County who responded back to me with my request for information. The planning commissions of Camarillo, Carpinteria, Moore Park, Santa Paula, Simi Valley, and Thousand Oaks, who took the time to listen to me and gave me helpful advice and comments. The staff, especially of the Planning and Environmental Services Division, for shepherding this item through the various administrative processes, and the Planning Commission members who heard this when it was proposed in the Commission, Vice Chair Dr. Stewart, Commissioners Dr. Lopez, Nash, and Schulke, and former Commissioners Connolly and Zilsdorf. And now for the future, I will unfortunately be missing any meetings scheduled in August. I have likely work travel during the first week of August and my annual parliamentary conference during the third week. And as always, I have every confidence in Vice Chair Dr. Stewart's chairing of these meetings. And in the absence of Vice Chair Dr. Stewart, I hope he's listening, it will be Commissioner Dr. Lopez per our bylaws. So please let him or Dr. Lopez know of your planned absence in August, if any. Hopefully by the time that I come back in September, our 7th member will have been selected by the mayor and approved by the City Council. And I just want to also, on my behalf, personally and professionally, again, to congratulate Commissioner Barcena. The first thing that I look when someone's being proposed, now also as chair of the Measure O Citizen Oversight Committee, is who is that person? Who do I know? How do I know him, if any? And I'm surprised that we had several mutuals. So I got a little bit of tidbit from my brother, and so appreciate meeting you in person. And I only heard good things from my brother, so thank you and welcome. And thank you very much. We'll move on. If there's no other lingering updates from the Planning Commission, I'll move on to updates from the Community Development staff. Mr. Pearson.
Yes, Chair Rejo and Commissioners. Just a few things. The Albany Apartments as well as the Sturgis subdivision, both of those items are currently scheduled to go to City Council on July 29th. The Planning Commission approved the use permits, however, the subdivisions themselves are required to go to City Council, so that portion of the project will be going to them for final decision on that date. For the next meeting, we do have one item for the August 7th meeting at this time, possibly a second, but at least one item for that meeting, and then no items currently scheduled for the second meeting in August, and I believe they're also going to be doing work in the council chambers as well, so it is likely that meeting will be canceled, just as a heads up for everybody. And with that, that concludes my comments.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Mr. Zaragoza, any updates or comments from you?
No updates.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. And if there's no further business, the meeting will be adjourned if there's no objection. Seeing none, the meeting is adjourned at 6:44 p.m. Thank you all and good night.